Hi everyone! In this video, I'll be showing you how to apply for a UK provisional driver's license. I'll be sharing with you the step-to-step process you can take to fill out the DVSA form that you can use to collect your UK provisional driver's license. Lots of vital information will be shared to you within the course of this video, so I encourage you to watch the end so you don't miss out of it. The first question people ask is, why do I need to get a provisional driver's license? One of the reasons why you need to get a provisional driver's license is because it's a valid identity card in the UK. Like for me, since I got my provisional driver's license card, that's what I've been using to really apply for many stuffs because it's a photographic ID. The provisional driver's license is as relevant as your international passport. So regardless of if you know how to drive or not, it is very important that when you are in the UK, speaking about immigrant now, so it's very important that you apply for the provisional driver's license. You can either apply for your provisional driver's license online and a form will be filled out to you in the post or sent to your email that you need to complete and send back to a particular postcode. Secondly, you can pick up a D1 form from any post office close to you. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to make more emphasis on the form you pick up from the post office because I have a copy here with me. So I'm going to open it and show you all you need to fill out if you pick up a form like this. It's called the D1 form. Before we go further into the details of this video, permit me to introduce myself. My name is Victory Nkuka. I'm a Nigerian trained nurse and I live and work in the United Kingdom. With this YouTube channel, I share lots about content that can help you relocate overseas, the visa sponsorship jobs and the likes. I share about immigration updates and also share about information that can help you settle with ease when you relocate overseas, like the one I'm going to be sharing with you now. So please spare out some minutes to give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and then if you've not subscribed to this channel, you're welcome to subscribe and join this growing community. And most importantly, please turn on the notification bell so you can be notified each time I drop any video that will guide you or anyone you know. Now back to the details of what I'm sharing with you in this video. So this is what the form looks like. This is the form if you collect it from the post office. I'm going to open this and I will show you everything you need to see. I'll guide you through on how you need to fill it out from the first part to the last part. So this is me opening the envelope of the D1 form collected from post office. So you could see two pieces here. The first one says that how to fill out the form. So this is like an information guide. You don't need to post this back to them. And the second one is the actual form. Some persons call it the green form. This is what it looks like. I've heard many persons saying that it looks complicated, but it's very important that when you receive this form, make sure you read all the details in it. One of the things they said is that you must fill this out in what? In a black ink and in block letters. So don't be writing ABC in small letters. Make sure that every detail you are writing there is in block letters. When I mean block letters, in capital letters, let it be bold. An implication of when you don't fill out this form is you risk not getting any response from them and you risk further delay. Recently, there's been much delay when you apply for the provisional driver's license and you actually fill out everything. You may get yours in 2 to 3 months. If you get it earlier, then you are lucky. But if you didn't fill out the necessary details, that will lead to further delay. They won't even call you. I know this because I remember when I wanted to do change of name on my driver's license. There was something I didn't fill out. For months, I didn't hear from them until I had to call them and said, okay, I sent out a document and because I wanted to change my name. And it was then they told me that you didn't complete this section of the form. You can imagine. It was then I had to now request over the phone that they send back my marriage certificate, which I used as my proof of identity for change of name and everything. And I had to fill out everything correctly. Even because of a signature, they wouldn't proceed to do your application. So that's why you need to really pay rapt attention to the details of this video as I show you how to fill out this form. So with this form, you have the first part. The first part 1 says what are you applying for. So whatever you're applying for, the instruction is that you tick it X. Okay, you tick X. Don't tick like this. You have to put an X mark to cross on the box for what you are applying for. So if you're applying for a provisional driver's license because you want to really pass the test or you are doing it for the ID card purpose, I said, tick that first part. Other options there are for people that you want to exchange your paper license for a photocard license, or you want to renew your license and the like. So if those ones apply to you, you tick it. But most especially for the purpose of me creating this video is for those who want to do the provisional driver's license. So I encourage you to tick the first. So that's for part 1. Part 2 is telling you about your details. Say for more information on how DVLA will use your information, please refer to the booklet INFID. So this is the booklet. They want you to read more about it, but I'm going to explain what you, because I've read it, I'm going to explain what you need to fill out there. So your GB driver's number, if you know it. When they say GB, it means Great Britain. So at this point, you don't have a Great Britain driver's number yet. So you don't need to fill out anything in that part. So your title, if you are Mr., fill out Mr. If you are Mrs., tick that part, Miss or Miss. Anyone that applies to you, please tick it. It's very essential you tick it. Surname, remember you're writing it in block letters. So if you want to fill out Nkuka, for instance, you have to NKWKA, but make sure that you write them all in block letters. Your first names. Take note, if your BROB card, which is your major identity card that I encourage you to use for this, if it has Victory Onyenkachiku Nkuka, make sure that after, in that part of first name, don't just put Victory, put Victory Onyenkachiku, okay? So that when your ID card comes, it's going to reflect 2 names as it is in your passport or as it is in your biometric resident permit card, okay? So the date of birth, make sure you fill out that part. You put the date first, before the month and before the year. Then your full address as the way you want it to show in your driver's license. That's your current address. Make sure you put it there. For instance, you put your house number 4433, or as the case may be. You write the first line of your address. It may be Tintaja Court, wherever you live within the United Kingdom. So you are going to put the address there. Put your postcode, your phone number, and your email address. The email address is optional. For some of you that you would, to avoid making mistake, you can skip this if you don't want, because you need to fill everything out in block letters. So if you don't think, because it's email now, you need to fill it in small letters. No, don't do that. You have to fill it out in block letters. So your postcode is very essential, but your phone number and the other ones are optional. If you don't want to fill it out, it's still okay. A quick question here that people will always ask is, what if I change my address? So basically, the first address you were when you were applying for this, fill it out here. Then when you change your address, you don't need to pay an extra cost. There is also a procedure you can use to do your change of address. I remember when I did my husband's application, we were living in another house. So when we moved houses, we just notified them online that we have, and they sent another copy of this provisional driver's license containing the new address. So you don't need to bother about the address if it is not a permanent address. Use the one you have now to avoid delays, because if you don't fill out anything, they won't process your application. Still in part 2, there is a part where they ask if your name or your address have changed. So this is the part where perhaps your address has changed. This is the part where you fill out the form, okay, if your address has changed. If your name has changed, maybe you have applied, you've done this application before, your name have changed, it's just for you to put why your name changed, because of marriage, or as the case may be. But if you are applying fresh, you don't need to write those details there. Use your husband's name and make sure you attach marriage certificate, and that settles it. They are also asking for questions like country you were born in. For me, I was born in Nigeria, so at this point in time, I will just include Nigeria. If you have lived in another country in the last 12 months, please tell us which. For instance, if you lived in India, Bangladesh, or you traveled from your home country to another place, you include it there. The last bit is saying, what date did you come to live in the UK? So that's, for me, I relocated to the UK in 2022, so you just include that date. Let's say 1st of January 2022, you write it there. Let's move over to part 3, guys. So in the part 3, say, are you able to read a car number plate from 20 meters? So if you have a very good eyesight and you don't use glasses and you could read from afar, you can tick yes. And remember, the yes is not like this, it's the X you put there. You just cross it, put a cross mark on that box. So it's yes or yes with glasses. I won't really encourage you to tick no for any reason. If perhaps you don't read and you don't use glasses, make sure you just go for a test first. Get your glasses and tick yes, because if you tick no, you are as well telling them to just reject your application. The next one is for organ donation. For me, I didn't tick anything there. So that's like saying that in the case of death, are you willing to donate your organs and the likes to the NHS? If you are willing, you tick there. For me, and it's optional actually. If you don't tick anything, it doesn't stop your application. I skip that, and my provisional driver's license still came through. So guys, part 4 of this is talking about your health. For me, I didn't feel anything out in this when I was filling mine, because for all the conditions listed there, epilepsy, neurological condition, diabetes, I don't have any. So I didn't tick anything there, no learning disability, okay? So you're not under compulsion to fill out the health part. It's just for only those who have something to tell the DVSA. It's legal for you to declare any health condition you have to the DVSA. So for me, I didn't fill out that part. So you can skip part 4 if you don't have anything to declare. Then let's go over to part 5. Part 5 is very, very important. It's proof of your identity. I strongly recommend you use a BROB card, most especially if you don't have a UK passport yet. So don't use your international passport from India or from Nigeria or from Ghana, wherever you hail from. Please make sure you use your biometric resident permit card, as it is more recognized. Before filling out this part, the instruction there is that by entering your UK passport number or a share code, you are giving them consent to view your immigration status. So for those who have a UK passport, do fill out the passport number and then attach your share code. But for those who don't have a UK passport like us, we don't have it yet, all you need to do is to come to the part B. Part B is the part that concerns immigrants. And remember, what we are ticking is you are ticking X on it, okay? So the first part is passports or travel documents. You can do that. But the next one is UK birth or adoption certificates. If you have that, it's fine. If you don't have it, go over to the next part. Evidence of state retirement pension. If you don't have it, you certainly have this one, biometric resident permit card. And remember, you are not under any induction to use more than one. One is enough. What I did was to use my biometric resident permit card, and that was all. The only thing I attached in relation to that was my marriage certificate. Okay, and remember, you have to send the original copy, not photocopy. You have to send the original copies of this document, attaching it to the letter you are posting to Swansea or anywhere you are posting it to. And in that other part, write out the serial number. So I'll show you a BRB card and what the serial number looks like. As you can see on the screen, the number you see at the top right corner of your BRB card is the number you need to fill out. Then the last part of verifying your identity is, let's say you say you are married now, you can put an X in that part where you provide your marriage certificate, just to tell them that what you are providing is your marriage certificate. So if you fill out X in that part, then below it, make sure you write the serial number of your marriage certificate. The sixth part of this form is the part that says signing a photo to verify your identity. Okay, so this is not you. Some people make this mistake often. So you are not the one to sign a photo to verify your identity. It's somebody else who knows you, who resides in the UK, who currently has a driving license, okay? And the person must not live in the same address as you. The person is the one who is eligible to sign a photo. As seen on the booklet, the instruction here is that the person that needs to verify your identity, must hold a valid Great Britain photo card driving license and is a resident in the UK. You must know the applicant and confirm that it's a true likeness. I remember when we filled out our form, we both gave it to our pastor. So he was the one who verified that he really knew us. Okay, so yeah, he filled out his name, his business or home address. In this part of profession, a clergyman can also do this for you. They need to put their own postcode, their phone number, and their driving license. So it's not your name. Remember, part 2 was where you fill out your name. Then this part 6, in the form you take from the post office, is where you fill out the identity of the person signing the form for you. But on this booklet, one of the things that was said is that if you are submitting a biometric resident permit card, you are not under any compulsion to fill out part 6. So you don't need someone basically to fill out this form and verify your identity if you are using a biometric resident permit card, because for you to get that biometric resident permit card, you've gone through a lot of checks and your identity has been verified already. So if you hold that biometric resident permit card or a valid UK passport, you don't need anyone to sign this part for you. For people like us, when I filled out my form, I didn't read the booklet well. That's one of the reasons why I'm making this video. I did everything, and this is our provisional driver's license. It came through, but there are many persons who did not fill out this part, but because they sent their biometric resident permits, they also got the same result. So you are not under any compulsion, but if you feel like you want to give someone to sign, you're still free to do that. It will make them deny your application. I also love to mention that the person who is verifying your identity must also sign at the back of your passport. There's a part in the right left corner, and this part is where you put your passport. All you need to know about the passport you are taking is that 1, it must be recent and contain your full head. 2, it must be in good condition. It shouldn't be damaged. It should not contain glare or any unnecessary brightness in it. And you must face upward and look straight into the camera. Don't do a side picture. Please do a proper picture. You can go to a photo studio to take a passport, or there are many photo machines you find in your city centers. You can go before the photo machine and photograph yourself. You print. That's a bit cheaper, but make sure you obey the rules here. And you must not wear any sunglasses or tinted glasses. You must not have anything covering your eyes, and you must not have anything covering your head as well, except it's for religious or medical purpose. Let's say for the Muslims, it's okay to use your hijab, but if you are not a Muslim or it's not for medical or religious purpose, don't have anything covering your head. So they want to see you the way you are. So basically, if your passport suits these specifications, all you need to do is to attach it here. So there is this part here, you just need to peel it out. So if you peel out this part, as you can see now, it brings you to a transparent page. So this is where you can attach your passport. You don't need an extra gum, the gum is there. So just attach your passport and that's fine. And remember, before attaching your passport, if you need verification of identity, make sure that the person has signed it. So after filling out the part 6, part 7 is the last and is very, very important. It's your declaration. So you have to tick that part. You declare you are resident in the UK, and you understand that it is a criminal offense to make a false declaration to get driving license, and that to do so can lead to persecution and a maximum penalty of up to 2 years imprisonment. So you also understand that failing to provide information is an offense that could lead to persecution and a fine up to £1,000. So failure to provide information is like talking about, let's say you are diabetic or you are epileptic. You failed to tell the DVSA that you have this health condition. If they find that, let's say you were driving, God forbid, an epileptic person is driving and got fit on the road, and later they found out that he has a history of epilepsy and the DVSA does not know about this, you risk getting a fine of £1,000. Or you change address, you didn't notify them, you risk getting a fine of up to £1,000. After declaring this, you just put the date. The date is now, like, let's say today's date, the date you applied for it, and sign. Make sure you sign within that white box. Don't sign outside of it, sign within the white box. Follow all the instructions, otherwise you risk your application not going through and not even getting a response from them. Then this checklist part is just telling you that to be sure that you've signed the form, tick that part that you signed the form. If you've enclosed any document, you tick that part as well. For the application, I paid £34. My husband paid £34 as well, so that's relatively the cost. If you're applying online, you can pay £34. But if you are filling out the D1 form from the post office, like I've shown you now, it's £43. They will guide you on how to make the payment. You enclose all the receipts they gave to you within the letter you are sending to DVSA. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, like this video, share to as many you think that this would be of help to, and please do subscribe to this channel to join this growing family. Alternatively, some of us applied online, so we didn't go and take this form from post office. We applied online, paid £34. The letter was sent in with 2 envelopes. The first envelope is the one you open. The second one is a white envelope that you enclose all your documents in and send back to them after you are done filling it. So that's another way you can apply for a provisional driver's license. In my next video, I'll be detailing explaining how to apply for this online. Please watch out for that video if that is the category you fall under, or perhaps you won't take out that hassle of going to the post office to pick a form. You can do it right in the comfort of your house. Watch out for that next video, and I'm going to give you all the details of that. It's just a little bit different from it because the sessions are different. In this session, for instance, when you want somebody to verify your identity, it's found in section 6, while in the other form is found in section 2. Do watch out for that video and more videos on this channel. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you in my next video. For the meantime, stay blessed. Bye.